KSI got the exact KO that he needed, and I'm going to tell you why later on in this video. So stick with me. Alright, I'm going to go through every fight on the Misfits 4 event and break down what happened between each fight. I'm going to address my picks from my predictions video first and say that I got 5 of the 6 fights right when picking the winners. I was completely off on the rounds and the decisions or whatnot, but I'll take 5 of 6. And the one I got wrong was the Swarms fight, which I really don't think anyone saw coming, so. Alright, so the first fight was Anthony Taylor versus Idris Virgo. That fight actually went almost exactly how I predicted it to be, which was Anthony Taylor just got completely outclassed. Idris Virgo is on another level than almost anyone I think on Misfits. It's very obvious that he comes from a pro boxing background and that Anthony Taylor really had no business being in there with him. Anthony Taylor, I respect him honestly. He showed a lot of heart. He was trying his best, but there really was just nothing he could do to win this fight. Idris just completely outclassed him. Easy win. Not much more to say about that one. Up next was the Faith Ordway versus Elle Brooke fight. Probably the least technical fight of the night, but one of the more entertaining ones. It was just a slugfest from the get-go. Both girls were just absolutely going for it. They were just both going for a KO pretty much. And it ended in the first round. Could it have gone a little longer? Yeah, maybe, but Faith's face was pretty busted up. She didn't look like she had that much left in her. Respect to her though, respect to both of them. They both fought hard. Elle Brooke gets the win. So yeah, good win for Elle Brooke. Alright, so the third fight was Ryan Taylor versus Swarms. What a weird fight. Probably one of the only fights that just wasn't a banger on the card. Swarms, I guess, is just that guy now. Just one jab to the face and he breaks your orbital bone, I guess. Good thing he didn't really land clean on KSI or he would have broke his face, I guess. So, kind of a disappointing one for Ryan Taylor. He'll be back. I think he should take a pretty big break. He's been going at it for a long time and he deserves a break. That Slim fight to this fight, I do hope to see Swarms back in there soon. It looks like he's pretty dedicated to it. He lost a lot of weight. He looks alright. He didn't really get to show too much of what he's been working on, but I hope he's back soon. Alright, this next fight was awesome. B. Dave versus the mystery fighter, Pineda. Pineda had one of the coolest, he had the best ring walk of the night, for sure. Slim was second, but he had a good one. Dude, that reveal of just Pineda coming out was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. In all fairness to Pineda, he did good. B. Dave definitely wasn't the toughest opponent, but he showed heart and he stayed in there and you could just tell they were both gassed. B. Dave coming in off of 10 days, I guess that one makes sense. Pineda really needs to work on that gas tank, but he showed that he's alright. He can hang with some of the lower to mid-tier YouTube boxer crossover boxers. But you can tell why someone like KSI just got him out of there in a second. But he did really well for this fight. I'm really happy for him. If you saw the moment between him and KSI after their fights, one of the most wholesome things I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, good one for Pineda. Hope we see him back too. Up next was the man Salt Poppy. Him versus Josh Bruckner. I was probably the most excited for this fight coming into it. Just a masterclass performance by Salt Poppy. He's showing the levels. Josh was just way too slow for him. All respect to Josh. He's still definitely on the top side of the crossover boxing, but he was not on Poppy's level. Salt Poppy deserves a big fight after this. I really hope he lands a big one. I don't think KSI is going to fight him, but I hope he gets a top level opponent, maybe Slim fight or the Gib fight. Salt Poppy deserves all the respect he's getting. Great performance by him. That one shot he just needed. Very happy for Salt Poppy. All respect to both fighters. Great fight. Now for the co-main event, Slim versus Tom Zanetti. This was probably the best fight of the night. It was definitely the closest fight of the night. In my prediction, I said Slim was going to win round 2 knockout. And that was before I even saw Tom Zanetti's open workout. And when I saw his open workout, I kind of regretted that prediction a little bit. Because Tom Zanetti was looking sharp and he looked strong. And he showed that in the fight. He definitely does not have the boxing skill that Slim has. But he has that dog in him. And he doesn't back down and he's strong. Very close fight. I had Slim winning. I understand it could have kind of went draw maybe. I don't think Tom could have won. I either see Slim winning or a draw. Those are the two ones that I think are fair. But honestly, Slim needs to take a break after this. He has been taking tough fight after tough fight. He's the only one who takes fighters who weigh more than him, a lot more than him. I think he should just chill out for a bit, train his cardio, take a break, and come back stronger. Come back and get a big fight after. He also deserves a big fight after this. So yeah, all respect to both Slim and Tom Zanetti. They both went all out. Huge respect. The chin on Tom, insane. The chin on Slim, insane. He was eating shots. Good win for Slim. Hope to see him get some rest now. In the main event, KSI versus Temper. KSI with the first round knockout. And let me tell you why he needed the knockout that he got. KSI has expressed multiple times that Jake Paul is his end goal for boxing. I think just in this week, he said it in like 5 different interviews. And so with Temper coming in on late notice, already being knocked out by Slim in the second round of their fight, KSI needed a big time performance. He did not just need a win, but he needed a quick KO. If KSI had just won a like 6-round decision against Temper, people honestly would be disappointed with him because people want to see that he's ready to fight Jake Paul and have a good chance. Ever since the Logan 2 fight, the more time that's passed since that fight, people have been more and more on Jake's side for winning that fight. And it's understandable. Jake has fought guys like Woodley and Anderson Silva, while KSI fought Pineda and Swarms, and now Temper. And while Temper was a step up in competition, and I understand his opponents have been pulling out, he needed a round 1, round 2 knockout to get the respect that he's been wanting. And he did exactly that. It was a great performance for KSI. Couldn't have gone better. He showed that he's improving. And from what I've seen around the media, people are now more excited for the Jake Paul fight. A lot of buzz from this fight. A lot of people covering it. A lot more people hyping up the KSI versus Jake Paul fight. And now I really do think it's going to happen at the end of the year. He's going to have one more fight after this, which I'm going to make another video talking about who I think he should fight next. But for now, just a great fight for KSI. Respect to Temper for taking the fight on a 10-day notice. I think he'll come back. I do not count Temper out yet. He's taken very difficult fights. He's going to come back and show that he's still one of the elite boxers in this space. So yeah, great win for KSI. Looking forward to seeing what's next for him. Let me know what you guys thought of all the fights, which was the most exciting fight of the night, and thank you for watching. Peace.